Welcome back to the last reading of the year 2025. This is a Yule reading, the final fourth seasonal collective reading I will be doing this year on the channel, on this new channel. Welcome, and thank you for joining me. Today I will be doing this Yule reading. Happy Yule, by the way. Many blessings. In honor of the self, of ego, whatever you want to call it. You are you. I am me. We all have an ego, and I feel like the ego got a bad rep. um, Understandably so, but still, it's not only ego deaths, it's also ego love. And I feel like when it's around Yule, Christmas time, the end of the year and the start of the new, I think that is so representative of the energy of the ego, because during that time, it is usually, a time where we self-reflect, when we want to set our intentions for the upcoming year, and we look back what the past year has been, what it has taught us, what we learned, and what lessons we want to bring into the new year. Um, that's why I chose the ego. I really just wanted to honor ourselves. So I will be using the Wheel of the Year tarot a final time. And I've also gotten 2 more oracle decks to help me out. I will be using the Believe in Your Own Magic oracle deck and the Sacred Destiny oracle deck for this reading. Since it's a time of rest and sort of setting our intentions, I really wanted to try to honestly keep it a little shorter. We will see where we end up, but that's just my intention. I kind of just want to give it to you straight so we can get back to resting and enjoying ourselves and the little things, and are ready to get our intentions going for 2026. For the next year, I'm not really sure if I'm going to do another seasonal collective reading, or if I'm going to start something completely different. I'll keep you posted, and I'll let you know what it's going to be. But for now, let's just see where this reading is going to take us. Have a seat if you haven't already. Maybe have a glass of water, or maybe a cup of tea, or whatever. Just get cozy with me, and then I'm going to start. So here we go. First card is the Hanged Man, which is so cool because, I don't know, it's maybe already something that's very aligned with what I've been saying. think you can I think you can hear my neighbors playing a Christmas song on their trumpets, which is really cool. I hope you can hear it. It's really, really, um, they're really good at it, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm enjoying the Christmas music. Back at the deck is the Fool. I'm having some shadow difficulties. Back at the deck is the Fool, and it's also back at a deck Magician. They stuck together, so I'm taking them together. Um, what we have here is, so we started with the Hanged Man, then we have the Empress, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Sun and the Moon. They both wanted to come out. um, Honestly, I feel like this reading is extremely straightforward and also extremely, I want to say, powerful. I'm not gonna lie, because we have four major arcana, and the back of the deck are again two major arcana. Um, and what does it mean? What I'm seeing most of all, I'm seeing a lot, but I'm gonna give you the straightforward version first. So what I'm getting is that with the Hanged Man, basically it's been one hell of a year, one hell of a ride. Um, and right now, it is time for you to mostly just relax, take it easy, and surrender. Keep your hope and your faith alive, as I've mentioned in the last reading for Mabon. But right now, you're already sort of reaping the rewards of that, reaping the fruits of that. And at the same time, it's still asking you to keep going. Um, right now, you're in an energy where you should just surrender and maybe adapt a little or stay. I want to say flexible, but the way I'm seeing it is most of all just if you've been experiencing setbacks or delays or whatever it is you've been experiencing that wasn't or isn't pleasant at all, it's actually just asking you to validate the hell out of your feelings and surrender to it, because it's not gonna, it's right now, it's just not gonna go the way you want to go. And it would help yourself out a hell of a lot more if you would just surrender to that instead of fighting. Um, because the legs on the hangman, as you can see, they're frozen. So, like, even if you want to move or run away or get out, it's just simply not going to work out. Like, there is some sunshine coming toward you, um, but it is hidden right now. Um, it's just that you're attracting a hell of a lot of light. I don't know why, but it feels like it is so aligned with the reading itself, because I got all these candles going, also the image of the ego that I chose. You are attracting a lot of light, um, but you can't really see it right now. You can't really see it right now. You can't really see the sunshine coming in. So even though it's uncomfortable right now, it's not going to stay very uncomfortable for long, because it's going to get, the ice is going to melt, and you're going to get down from, or get up, um, whichever perspective you feel most aligned to right now. Um, so yeah, that's basically it. Just try and surrender, and maybe just enjoy this time of year, because it's for, um, I am publishing this on Yule. Well, actually, it's the day after probably, but this reading is pretty much for the entirety of winter. Um, so the message is for the entirety of winter, even though the new year is going to start pretty soon. I'm going to need you to just sit down, relax. It's not going to help to fight it. Just sit down, relax, and surrender to it. Surrender is not the same as accept, by the way. In a sense, they are, or maybe I should say approve. Because in a way, surrendering and accepting, they do go hand in hand, but it doesn't mean that you have to like it. That's why I said, validate the hell out of your feelings, because you're probably not enjoying being upside down and being stuck right now. So I get that. Um, but things are looking up. There's literal sunshine coming your way. Right now, with the moon here, the moon is very strong. So the energy I'm sensing is that you don't know right now what type of sunshine is coming your way, but trust me when I say it is coming your way. Um, and even enough so you get to share your wealth, um, share all the abundance that you're attracting. So honestly, this is a really, really wonderful message. I'm also seeing you're balancing your. This is, I think, mostly for the upcoming year for 2026. I can see that you're really balancing out your masculine and your feminine energies. You're using the masculine energy to support your feminine energy and to lead and to move forward. And at the same time, with your feminine energy, you are feeling the feels and you are turning them into life. um, that is mostly what I'm seeing. Um, yeah, I think it's probably annoying that I'm saying like it. There's not you're not really gonna know how or when or whatever. That's also part of the hangman is to just trust, as you've probably been doing. So kudos on that as well. But I can't really say much more because it is kind of a secret right now. But you're gonna enjoy yourself. Believe that. It's funny because the way the Fool here is represented inside sort of a wheel, which reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like it's destined to look up and for you to enjoy yourself. At the same time, though, because it's a wheel and you're probably going to turn upside down and get back up and upside down and get back up, like in a circle motion. So I feel like right now, you didn't really choose for things to be where they are, but with the Fool, you're gonna turn it, you're gonna turn it around and you're gonna enjoy yourself. And you're gonna create a whole lot more because it's such a powerful frequency of like play and joy and having fun and you know that you're gonna enjoy yourself so much and feel how it's going to take you further. All right, I feel like those are the main messages. um I'm sorry, did I say the Eight of Pentacles? It's the Six of Pentacles. So, but that is the one where you're able to share your wealth. Um, I also feel like I can't really explain why, but I do feel like with the sun here and the moon here, the moon has her back turned to the sun. Um, the sun is represented here by you know, a very fit and human male looking body with a I don't know if it's an elk or a deer, an elk head. So carrying a lot of wisdom. But what I wanted to say was you're in for a really wonderful surprise and you're not going to see it coming. And that's okay. Try to enjoy being surprised and enjoy the surprise itself. That's coming this year in 2026. Yeah, it's going to be a very loving, a very fertile, a very abundant, um, harmonious, and hopeful good time. And it's coming toward you. And you're going to be able to share and enjoy everything that's coming in. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to be grabbing the first Oracle deck, which is the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. It's the first time I'm using this one, so I'm probably going to pause the video and read the guidebook a little bit. Here we go. Back of the deck is Protest, Start a Revolution. I feel like it's a revolution of love. So we have Princess, you can be your own knight. Expectations, don't seek anyone's approval. And Sun, paint the sun back into your sky. I'll show you a little closer. So for the first card, Princess, you can be your own knight. It says, you may be in a dire situation you need escaping from. Rest assured, you have the power within to persevere. You already know you don't need to be rescued by a charming prince or a chivalrous knight in shining armor. You've got your own shield and sword, and gods help anyone who thinks they can do a better job. So I really like this one. It really proclaims your own power for yourself. Um, and I feel like how the mind, sort of mind over matter, like you can do this. Like that's the ego part, maybe sort of believing very confidently and self assured that it can do anything. That's the ego, right? Um, or for the most part, that's a big part of the ego, maybe. But I feel like it can be so extremely healthy to feel confident and self assured and to notice and applaud the power you possess, the power that you have within. And maybe right now, even though you might be a little stuck or whatever it really is, but that doesn't mean that you need to be saved. Like maybe you just 100% have things figured out and you have your own answers. You have your own self. Like even here with being stuck as the hangman and being frozen, that's going to melt away. Like even if it's fear, it's going to melt away because you know you have your own back. And I feel like it's cool because you're not doing this because you need approval or because you want people to notice how strong you are or how powerful you are or how smart you are or whatever. It says for the expectations cards, the card it says people will always have their own expectations of who they think you should be. Their opinions are almost always based on restrictive societal norms and therefore are extremely unrealistic. No matter what they tell you, remember that you have permission to be whoever it is you most wish to be. You don't need anyone else's approval, only yours. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure what it is about that you're doing maybe or that you're trying to do or um and I feel like it's okay for me not to know. I'm also doing stuff where I didn't really I trusted the power within and I didn't really do it to get anyone's approval or to meet their expectations. I really did it just for me. And I think that's also why I wanted to honor the self and honor the ego because, you know, I've been mentioning the soul is such a big part of who we are. But, and that's true, I still believe that. Although I'd also feel it's important to note that the ego or the self or our sort of expression also comes from that and it is beautiful, it is wonderful. It's why we're all so different yet still the same because that's the soul part. But you know it is here to be celebrated as well, not just to die and make sure that we become better or more decent people. I feel like that's really good that we're all trying to do that, or for the most part, most people are. Um, but it's not only death; it's also feeling the joy of being alive and being who you are. Um, even if it doesn't meet anyone's approval other than your own, or even if people think you're weird or crazy or I don't know, like a fool. That's okay. They can think you're a fool as long as you just keep doing you. And I feel like that sun card also very much reflects that. Um, Let me read it. So it said, paint the sun back into your sky. Don't build a home that will come crumbling down if a single person walks out of the front door. When it comes down to it, we can't depend on other people to make us feel happy or fulfilled. The fact is that people are going to leave from time to time, and you're the only one who's guaranteed to stay. Take the time to find sources of joy outside of your loved ones. You deserve happiness that lasts. I mean, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. I think it's, a very important message. I also feel like, because it talks, in a sense, it really does talk about expressing yourself and being creative and just very much noticing the joys or the little joys or the moments of joy, not just passing them by, but really acknowledging them and feeling them and appreciating them. But I also think it's about validating ourselves, which is sometimes a little hard to do. But I feel like that puts so much joy back into your own life. It it makes you feel relieved and safe, which allows space for joy and excitement and wonder and curiosity. So I would suggest or advise that you follow that trail. And I feel like if you do that, the part that I'm not allowed to know about right now, and I feel like the reason why I'm not allowed is maybe the wrong word, but like I'm they're not telling me, is because it's so different for everyone. And that's so logical because it is a reading about the self. So I'm not really able to make this a very elaborate um, reading that fits all, because we're all so different. Like there's overlap obviously, but like for the bigger part, for the most part, we're all very unique. So it doesn't really matter if I know, because it's not going to fit for all of us, and that's okay. Just know that it's going to feel a whole lot better, a whole lot more joyful and harmonious. So that is actually a really wonderful message. All right, so now I am gonna use the last oracle deck. It is the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Here we go. These three really wanted to come out. And the back of the deck is actually really beautiful. It is forgiveness. We have here illumination, inner peace, last card was leadership. This is also a new deck, so I'm gonna read the guidebook. All right, it's kind of funny. I realized it is a new deck, so those three cards are just um, following each other in the deck. But maybe, or I'm taking it as that's how it's supposed to be. So illumination, it says mist rising on Alpine Lake. As the sun rises over the far mountains, mists begin to swirl upward, illuminated by the golden radiant rays of morning light. In many traditions, mist symbolizes what is called the mystic veil, which represents an entrance point into unseen realms. In ancient and native cultures, mists are associated with mystical and magical inner dimensions. Mist in the mountains represents higher states of consciousness. And then it says, your spirit protectors, ancestors, and guardians are close at hand assisting you on your upward journey of illumination. They are protecting you, supporting you, and your spiritual life is expanding by leaps and bounds. Even if you can't see what's ahead, Spirit is close at hand. If you draw this card, trust your heart and what you feel more than what you see and what you think, and you will be guided in a wondrous direction. That's beautiful. For inner peace, it's representing a lily pond. Simply sitting next to a lily pond, watching the dragonflies soar overhead and looking at the luminous lily pads floating gently on the water, while their translucent flowers open their petals to the heavens, can fill one with a sense of profound and everlasting peace. Lilies grow in many countries and have been given a wide range of meanings. However, one enduring image of the lily is the notion that out of the darkness and mud arises a thing of immense beauty and grace. No matter how much darkness there has been in your life, you can rise into enlightenment and profound tranquility. Then it says, inner peace is your birthright. Tranquility occurs when you realize that your life is unfolding according to divine planning. Serenity isn't something you have to work for or search for, it already exists within you. To find this inner peace, simplify your life, spend time in nature, and listen to the message of your soul. True peace transcends fear and connects you intimately to the Creator. Breathe deeply and fully, knowing that all is well. Okay, and finally, leadership. It is represented by the North Star and a polar bear. In Western culture, we wish upon a star because the stars represent all that is illuminating and enchanting. They symbolize aspiration, illumination, inspiration, imagination, and wonder. Native people used the stars to find their way in the night. The North Star was often used as a kind of compass to make sure one was going in the right direction. The North Star symbolizes direction and guidance. It is guiding light for those who can't find their way. It's one of the brightest stars in its constellation. So the card wants you to know, just as the North Star is a beacon for travelers in the dark of the night, you are a beacon for others. It's time to step into the light and take your leadership role. You are a teacher, steward, guardian, and healer, a true leader. Own these gifts. Come into the light. Don't hold back. Let the world see your light. The greatest leaders are those who know how to serve and act as stepping stones for others to reach their dreams. If you have been hiding in the background, it's time to break out and become the light for others. Through this, your star shines brighter. All right, that's beautiful. So, with the illumination, it says that you are protected, you are surrounded by spirit and your guardians and your ancestors. And honestly, I think it's saying like when the mist clears, you will see again. You will see what's ahead. And even that's what it said, like even if you can't see what's ahead, trust your heart and what you feel, and let everything guide you in a beautiful direction. With the inner peace, it mostly said that inner peace is already existing within you, to maybe simplify your life, spend time in nature, and to work together with your soul. Because your soul has the message, and your feelings are the translator of your soul. So the ego, the self, is important, but the self is the ego and the soul and the body, mind, body, and soul. The North Star is all about leadership. So don't hold back. Start your fool's journey and you will manifest. And believe in yourself. Just do it for you. You have amazing qualities. You can lead the way, you can inspire others. Um, feel the love all around you and enjoy it, you know? Step into it, step into that light, into that love, light, and healing, and don't hold back. I'm gonna I'm gonna close out the reading, but I'm just gonna read the back of the deck energy was forgiveness. So I'm just gonna read that one. It says sunset glow. As the sun sinks behind the horizon and the reds and oranges turn to the lavenders and deep purples of the ensuing night, the day is complete. Sunset signifies that a new cycle has begun. As each star emerges into the velvet sky, we enter a realm of the dark unknown, where magic and even the mystery of life itself seems to shimmer above us. To be regretting that the day is done is to miss the glory of the starry heavens above. What the forgiveness card, and the sunset want you to know is that it is human to want to hold on to the past, our memories, experiences, and relationships. However, there can be times where we are carrying so much of the past that we can't fully see the present. The past doesn't need to equal the future. Just because you had a pattern or a recurring challenge in the past doesn't mean that it needs to recur in the future. The key is to be willing and ready to simply and cleanly let go of the hold that the past has on you. The past is gone, and it's okay to let it go. The way to do this is to fully immerse yourself in the here and now. Be super aware of the sights, sounds, smells, textures, and energy of your present. When you do this, the past simply vanishes and the glory of the present emerges. All right, so the forgiveness card is actually, I think, the beautiful cherry on top of the cake or the pie, um, to enjoy the present moment, even if it's not where you would want it to be. Just try and let it go, and maybe just rest and enjoy. So there's more room for a new future, a new beginning, a new start. And follow that light. All right. I think those were all the messages. I really want to thank you all for being here. Um, and thank you all for supporting me. I really just want to say Happy Yule, Merry Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful new year. Soon to come, but not right now. Maybe just enjoy the moments in between where we're closing out this year, ready to begin again in a new one. Thank you all. Thank you very much. And I hope I'll see you again in the next one in 2026.